See you by the way, of course, Glasgow Rangers, of course, bounce back ability after they beat their bitter rival Celtic last time around. But where does that put them in the table? We'll have a look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match day, what is it, number 5 in the Scottish Premiership, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and keep your bang out today with all things Premiership related. That's Scotland, of course, Blackburn Rovers related, whoa, football related, we gotta know here, boys. Under one Rooski, that's right, of course, the Battle of Glasgow, for the time being, has been made blue, of course, after Rangers picked up a narrow win up against Celtic. Of course, more free scoring across the board, but of course, they'll have to do it all again next time around. But of course, what's that done to the table? We'll have a look at that in a minute. Of course, a big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. I do appreciate your loving, guys. Thank you for your support. And if you're interested in helping us out, check out those links down below. You could be my latest brother from another mother. Of course, we're trying to get them up there. Of course, we're in the teens, so we could do with some more. But anyway, check it all out down below. So here we go. We're, of course, recapping the last round picks, of course, including that the Scottish, Glasgow derby. So here we go then. Of course, my picks at the top. The real results are down the bottom. I think I did all right, not brilliant. Of course, Aberdeen against Ross County was a 2-1 win, was my pick. It was a 1-1 draw in the end. Of course, advantage Ross County on that one. Of course, Dundee United, my pick was for them to beat Hearts. Of course, they lost 2-0 in the end. Good start for Hearts back in the top flight. Hibs, though, are top of the table, of course, but the 2-0 win. I got that one bang on the bloody nose. Motherwell also picked up a 1-0 win against Dundee, and I also got that one bang on the bloody nose. Into the final stretch here, St Mirren against Super Jays. Of course, it ended up 0-0, the Battle of the Saints. 2-1 win was my pick, and then finally, of course, it was the big one at the end there. Of course, Rangers against Celtic. I went with goals. I went with goals in it, but I did go with Rangers. And I went with it, and it was a 1-0 win in the end. So I got myself 3 out of 6, which is okay. Not brilliant, but of course, what's that done to the table? We'll have a look at it in a minute. But of course, there's a situation in the real deal table. Hibs are top, of course, on goal difference level with, of course, the Edinburgh's fellow Edinburgh side there, Hearts. I think they'll be locking horns in this weekend. Of course, I think I haven't got odds on it, but it must be. It must be anyway. Let's take a look at, of course, the situation in the prediction league. Of course, for this week and this week alone, I got 3, which would have put me around about 4th. But Shane O'Donnell came out on top with 5 out of 6. Not too shabby there. What's that done to the overall table? We'll have a little look at it. Of course, this is, of course, the manager of the month going to Alex Weller. Well done to you. You are officially the manager of the month of Scottish Premiership for the month of August. What's that done? What does that do to you? We'll talk about it next week. I need to think about it over the next 2 days. So make sure you check that out next week. We'll talk all about the manager of the month, and we'll tell you what you've kind of won. In a way, you haven't really won anything, but it's kind of you've entered into the end of season something. We'll figure it all out. Anyway, let's get cracking. Then, of course, it's very, very tight though at the top of the table. It's still wide open. And of course, we have a static link right here, right now, for here on in. If you want to get involved with the Scottish Premiership predictions, get involved with this. /Scott. It'll bring you to the web page, and of course, each and every week I'll update the thing. It will update itself. I think. I hope, dropping the latest round. So all you have to do is go there. You don't have to put Scott 6, Scott 7, or anything. It's just Scott. It should do it. Hopefully, unless something breaks. But that's it. Let's get into the next round of matches then, shall we? Of course, kick it all off with St Johnstone taking on Rangers, of course. Now, these matches will take place on the weekend of the 11th of September. Of course, they played each other 52 times. Of course, 8 wins for St Johnstone, 36 wins for Rangers, 8 draws. The biggest win for St Super Jays over Rangers was a 4-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 7-0 win. Last time they played each other, of course, in McDermott Park was a 1-1 draw back in April 2021. And of course, it was a 1-1 draw. Last time that Super Jays won. How long ago do we have to go back? Probably a long time. I'm looking. I'm scrambling. I cannot find it anywhere. Long time. 4-1 win it was back in 2010. So it's been 11 years since they last won. Of course, heading into this, of course, Super Jays looking at what are they looking at? A bit of a rough blip at the moment. Of course, a fantastic start to get into Europe, but they've crashed out now to Lassich, of course, in the Conference League. So they are done. Of course, Rangers coming to us on the back of that win against Celtic, and of course, back-to-back wins against Ross County following on from that defeat. I think it was Dundee United or whatever it was. Who was it? It was Dundee United. We picked up the win. Of course, bookies odds on this one 5-1 is your Super Jays, 3-1 is your draw, 2-1 on is your Rangers. Rangers should win this one, of course, getting back to winning ways. 3-1 win in the bloody end. Celtic will take on Ross County, of course, over in Glasgow. This bad boy played each other 31 times since 2004. 5 wins for Ross County, 20 wins for Celtic, and 6 draws. The biggest win for Celtic over Ross County, 6-0 win. The biggest win there was a 2-0 win. Last time I played each other in Celtic was a 2-0 win, of course, back in December 2020. Of course, Celtic coming to this on the back of that defeat to Rangers. And of course, they also lost to AZ Alkmaar. Prior to that, though, they beat St Mirren, they beat AZ Alkmaar, they beat Hearts, they beat Jablonec, of course. They've been free scoring, free rolling, with, of course, Angie Postelegru's new style of football. It's looking very entertaining. On the flip side, though, Ross County coming in on the back of a draw against Aberdeen. They did lose to Rangers and also Hibs as well. Not the greatest start for them yet to get a win. They're down there, of course, in 9th at the moment. Of course, look at the odds. We have 55-1 is your Celtic, 11-2 is your draw, 11-2, 12-1. Sorry, is your away win. That's Ross County. Celtic will win this one, probably more than this, but I'm going to go with a 3-0 win in the end. Kicking off further though, it's Dundee taking on Livingston, of course, over in where is it? Where do they play it? Dens Park. That's right. Played the 43 times in 2001. 25 wins for Dundee, 11 wins for Livingston, and 7 draws. The biggest win for Dundee over Livingston. 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 4-0 win. Last time played, of course, at Dens Park was a 0-0 draw back in the Premiership back in 2018. It was around about December time. Dundee coming to on the back of 2 draws, of course. Just 1 lost, 1 drew in the last 3. They sit pretty around about 10th in the table. They have not won one. Who did they win? They haven't won one. They beat Motherwell, sorry, in the League Cup. So yeah, that's a fake news right there. On the flip side, Livingston coming to the bottom of the table, of course, yet to get going. 4 defeats on the spin for them. Of course, last season they went on that unbeaten run. I don't know, like 20 odd games. So right now they need a bit of that luck. Heading into this one, we've got the odds 65 is your Dundee, 23-10 is your Livingston, and 11-5 is your draw. Of course, Dundee are 2 points better off. Will they get the win? Yes, they will. 2-1 win in the end. Next up, of course, Motherwell up against Aberdeen. Of course, the best of the rest, you would think. These two sides, of course, play each other 100 times. It's been 101 times since 1994. 33 wins for Motherwell, 41 wins for Aberdeen, and 26 draws. The biggest win for Motherwell over Aberdeen was a 3-0 win. The biggest win the other was a 7-2 win for Aberdeen. Of course, match will take place at Fir Park. Last time played at Fir Park was a 0-0 draw back in December 2020. Of course, last time Motherwell won was in Aberdeen back in September 2020. Of course, yeah. Anyway, let's kick it on further. Let's have a look. Of course, so far what we're looking at, Motherwell are in 5th, Aberdeen are in 4th. Of course, just a point separates the two sides. A win for Motherwell, mathematically they could go top of the pops. A win for Aberdeen, also officially they could go top of the pops if they were to get the win. 7-4 is your Motherwell, 11-5 is your 31-20 is your Aberdeen on this. I'm going to go with a win for the hosts on this one, Motherwell, to get himself a fantastic result. Of course, Aberdeen coming to this war. They haven't won in a while. They haven't won. Last time they won, by the way, was against Benedict back on the 12th of August in the Conference League. Anyway, so of course, a 1-0 win for Motherwell on this one. Aberdeen in a bit of a rut. Next up, of course, we have St Mirren taking on, of course, Dundee United. This is also taking place on the weekend of September the 11th. St Mirren Park, of course, they played each other 52 times since 2000. 11 wins for St Mirren, 26 wins for Dundee United, and 15 draws. The last time played each other at St Mirren was a 0-0 draw back in May 2021. Of course, it was in the Premiership relegation round when, of course, they were split. Of course, heading into this, St Mirren picking up just 1 point at the possible 4 matches. 1 draw at past 4. I wouldn't say 1 point because they did play a League Cup match against Livingston and lost. On the flip side, Dundee United coming to this also not great form for them either. In fact, not too shabby. Winning twice in the past 3 games. Did lose to Hearts last time around. Of course, look at the odds. 5-4 is your St Mirren, 11-5 is your Dundee United, 11-5 is your draw on this one. Tight one to call this one. I've gone with a 0-0 on this point split right down the middle. Of course, Dundee United are actually up to 7th right now, and of course St Mirren are struggling at the moment with just the 2 points on the books so far. And then finally we do have a zinger chicken dinner. It's the Edinburgh Derby. Of course, it's the return of the Edinburgh Derby. Of course, Hearts back in the top flight for the first time in a couple of season or so. Anyway, they played each other how many times? 97 times since 1994. 40 wins for Hearts. Of course, 27 wins for Hibs. 30 draws. Of course, last time the biggest win for Hearts over Hibs, 5-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 6-2 win. Of course, last time played each other over at Tynecastle was in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. It was a 2-1 win for Hearts. Last time played each other in the league, of course, at Tynecastle was back in December 2019. It was a 2-1 win for Hibs, of course. It looks like over the past few seasons that this match prefers the away side. Last time the home side won in the league was 2018. Hearts won 2-1 win over Hibs, of course. Heading into this though, Hibs are top of the pops, looking very good. Yet to taste defeat. So are Hearts though, also very good. Both on 10 points, of course. I have got no odds on this one, so it's a bit of a shot in the dark. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one again, and I think that'll please them both. Keep them all unbeaten, keep them moving in the right direction. Of course, maybe even in an outside sniff of breaking into that top 2. You just don't know. But anyway, that's my situation, of course, over in Scotland. Of course, make sure you get your picks as well for this. Be sure to check out the link. That is this cut.ly/Scott to get yourself your predictions in for the prediction league. Also, check out the links down below. I am on Twitter, I am on Twitch, I am on Facebook, and of course, I am on Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the best place to do it. Check it all out. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Until then, give us some love, and I'll see you soon for the next one. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. I'll see you soon. Until then, we are done.